Hi, this is Zach Meir with the US stock highlights here on Share Talk. It's Thursday, the 14th of January. Starting off with Apha, where you can see that we've got a breakout of the previous target resistance line there, just under $10. And while we're above that resistance line there, new support at $9.63, looking for a move up to the blue resistance line projection, one from further back on the daily chart, up back in, early 2019. That's currently promising a target as high as $16, hopefully as soon as the end of next month, while we hold above the $9.60 area. Next up is a stock which is relatively high profile, I suppose. Comes in the form of Aurora Cannabis. Here we can see that shares have made a nice sort of turnaround here over the last couple of months, really, since the beginning of November. We had that gap through the 50-day moving average, gaps through the 50-day line, normally a reliable technical signal. Another gap recently as well in the first week of January. And while we're above that broken November resistance line, the blue line there, and recent support at around the $9.73 level, looking towards that resistance line target from the early part of last year, promising a target up towards $24, hopefully as soon as the end of February. Any dips towards the $10 area currently regarded as a buying opportunity, with that relatively hard stop there near $9.70. Stock which is featured here on a number of times in the recent past, which is what we like, because it suggests that progress is being made on the upside, is Bionanogenomics. And we've got this beautiful V-shaped bull flag, and just breaking the initial January resistance there at $7.24, and an end of day close above that gives us our initial target around $9, hopefully over the next couple of weeks, with a big picture target up to $15 for the end of next month, and that resistance line there, the blue one there, from the early part of September 2019. So $9 and then up to $15, and that's valid while we hold above a recent neckline resistance around $6.08. So 6, 9 and 15 on the cards as the major levels there for Bionano. On to another stock which is going well currently, DPW Holdings, and here we've gapped through old neckline resistance there at $5.43. End of day close and end of week close is above that $5.43 level. Should be enough to then open up the prospect of fresh gains to not only retest late November resistance around the $10.94 level, but also up towards $12, which is a late 2019 resistance line target. This stage only really back below the bottom of the gap that we've left at $4.56, really delaying the upside scenario for DPW. Another stock which is on the front foot at the moment is Dtss, and here we've had a clear break of this blue resistance line there from September. That's also near the low of the day, so above $3.16 on an end of day close basis. We're looking hopefully towards $8, which is a late 2019 resistance line projection. Ideally, there's an end of day close above former October resistance around the $3.70 level today and during the rest of the week to give us our $8 target, hopefully as soon as the end of next month. Gamestop, very much a company which is in focus with investors at the moment, highly followed. Not surprisingly, really, given the vertical move that we've had over the last few sessions. Broken our previous target there, just around the $33 level. And while above 33, we're looking for that red resistance line projection target from November, currently promising a target as high as $55, hopefully as soon as the end of next month. Moving along to a stock which I've enjoyed the name of. I thought it was a clever name for a company, Ideonomics. And clever share price as well in terms of the performance. Little V-shaped flag coming up here, breaking neckline resistance at $2.32, and above that we're hoping for a $5 target there from a September 2019 resistance line projection at $5 plus. Hopefully see that by the end of next month, and if we're lucky, by the end of this month. One of today's bigger risers, which has been featured here before, is Lexicon Pharmaceuticals. A beautiful breakthrough that our sort of tentative target before, around $5.60, and above $5.60, looking for a fresh target now up to $12, hopefully by the end of next month, which is once again a September resistance line projection from 2019. Only really back below initial December resistance around the $3.10 area, really delaying the upside scenario, but I think $5.60 is probably enough of a stop loss for most traders on that situation. On to a stock which I think arguably has the strongest looking setup of the moment, Marathon Oil, and it's interesting to see that oil stocks have obviously recovered well of late, breaking that resistance line there from June last year, bouncing off it at $7.26, and above $7.26 we're looking for the top of the rising trend channel from March last year, currently promising a target as high as $12.70, hopefully by the end of next month. On to another of, well, I suppose it's one of the obvious winners in terms of the whole Bitcoin crypto rally that we've had of late. Here we're just hitting or retesting a target we had towards $28 on the Riot blockchain daily chart. That resistance line projection target from February 2019. End of day close through 27.50. Hopefully will give us a fresh leg up towards the top of the rising trend channel from August last year and take us as high as $40, and that could be seen as soon as the end of February once again. So hopefully that will deliver. Stop loss at the moment probably just back below the latest gap and yesterday's high at $25.08. Just a few to go now. First one is one which haven't covered before, but it's probably one that most of you've heard of, Virgin Galactic. Here we've had a gap through a near-term resistance line there from December, and the highlight here really is, apart from the 50-day moving average rebound, is that we've got an island reversal, so we gapped down, then gapped up, and that's very impressive on a technical basis, at least while there's no end-of-day close back below today's initial support there at 27.85. Rather 20, let's get the right number. Today's support at the low of the day at $30, looking towards the top of that rising trend channel from March last year up to $40. Only back below the overnight gap around the $26 area, really delaying the upside scenario for Virgin Galactic. Next stock is one which is featured highly here and regularly, so that does imply it's been a great performer. And if you look at the daily chart, you can see it has been a good performer of late. Gap through resistance for the start of January and hasn't really looked back. We've got our initial target hit around $18.20, and an end of day close above that, or end of week close above that, could open up a fresh target for Tlry as high as $28 over the following 1 to 2 months. At this stage, really only back below today's $15.50 support area, really delaying the upside scenario for the shares, but wait for $18.20 as a momentum trigger if you're not already in this situation. Finishing off with another frequent flyer here, it's Eagle Aerial Systems. Here we've had a break of previous target and previous peaks there at $8.75. Above that, looking for a resistance line projection target from June last year up to $15. Hopefully that can be hit as soon as the end of next month. Early really sustained price action back below the $8.50 area, and recent broken resistance really delays the upside scenario there for Eagle. That's it from me today. More updates tomorrow.